This presentation will discuss the role of citizens in the journalistic process of verifying online information. Using the case study of the shooting down of MH17, we'll focus on attempts to validate the authenticity of a video shared on Facebook, which proved vital in establishing a counter-narrative to Moscow's take on events. Our story starts the day after the crash. On July 18th, a video surfaced on Facebook page of the Ukrainian Ministry of the Interior, Arsen Avakov. Being barely more than 13 seconds, the clip filmed by an unknown source shows a spook missile system being pulled by a truck before quickly disappearing behind the trees. In the Facebook post, Avakov made a series of claims as to the nature of the video. For one, he identified the location as being in the Ukrainian town of Krasnodon. He secondly claimed that the truck was on its way to the border with Russia. He then claimed that the video showed 2 missiles instead of the usual 3. And finally, he claimed that this was the Buk missile system that had been used to shoot down the plane a day prior. Now, these were serious allegations. After all, no investigation had taken place, and the exact nature of the crash was still unknown. For some, mechanical failure was not off the table. As the video was being shared on social media and picked up by news organizations, attempt to delegitimize the video and provide an alternative narrative was undertaken by the Russian government. On July 21st, the Russian Defense Ministry held an hour-long press conference with the Russian news outlet RT. The ministry argued that the video in question had not been taken place in Krasnodon, but in Krasnoarmeysk, a town in control of the Ukrainian government, and thus portrayed a Ukrainian Buk missile system, not a Russian. So where was this video taken? And how can we determine the authenticity of either claim? Journalists face significant challenges in verifying this sort of information. Traveling to a war zone to physically look poses threats to personal security of journalists, especially since separatists in the region have not hesitated to jail journalists they do not agree with. Furthermore, the institutions in which journalists work pose additional challenges. As Shoemaker and Risa point out, money constraints and time constraints do play a role, and given that the verification process can be long and drawn out, and not always successful, this poses challenges for both journalists and publications. However, in the quest for answers, a new type of journalistic player emerged. Given the easy access to social media and other online tools, regular citizens were increasingly able to undertake journalistic roles in not only verifying the authenticity of the claims, but also constructing mediated narratives. One such citizen was Missouri resident Eric Toller, who through the use of Google Earth was able to discredit the claims by the Russian Defense Ministry. Toller noticed that in the background of the video, there was what appeared to be trolley bus lines. A quick glance at the Russian claimed location on Google Earth, Krasnoarmeysk, revealed that the town does not have trolley buses and lacked the infrastructure to do so. Toller then uploaded his findings to Twitter and received the attention of Elliot Hitchens, founder of the Bellingcat Group, a crowdsourced intelligence network undergoing similar sort of investigations online. Together, they analyzed the characteristics of the Buk missile system in the video and compared it with other photos posted on different social media platforms using hashtags. Having identified the same launcher in several different photos, they then managed to track the Buk missile system through Russia using geotags, mapping out its journey to eastern Ukraine a month prior. They also managed to validate the authenticity of the Ukrainian claims of the location of the video. By identifying key features such as the billboard and the road layout, they were able to find a match on Google Earth. The story of Eric Toller is intriguing for a myriad of reasons. For one, it shows that despite no formal training, and with some know-how and an internet connection, regular citizens are able to undertake journalistic roles in verifying information. Moreover, in some senses, these citizens are in fact better suited to undergo this sort of verification work. Not suffering the time constraints, nor risking their lives in the war zone, they're able to do these kinds of stuff from home. Toller also shows that citizens can additionally mediate and undertake gate-watching roles in providing context to images on social media and thus giving them social meaning. On the political side, some have argued that this is an example of asymmetric information warfare. Whilst the Russian government was able to spend millions of pounds on its disinformation efforts, Ukraine could not afford to keep up. Hence, by falling back on crowdsourcing, it was able to counter Russian disinformation effectively and cost sufficiently. This also raises questions of unpaid labor, as more often than not, these services went unpaid. Secondly, it also raises the question, did these citizens willingly agree to back up the Ukrainians? Or were there other values at play? What do you think? Thanks for watching.